Hi, good evening. It's Miriam back again with another great dish. Tonight I am going to be making a curried chicken stew with some beautiful curry that I bought down on Main Street in Vancouver. This is supposed to be the best curry in the world, so I want to try it out. So tonight I've got 5 chicken legs in this my pot, and I've just browned the chicken legs just in oil. And now this pan, what I've done is I added a little bit of butter to the oil that had the chicken, and now I'm going to add my garlic, my chopped garlic. So that's about 3 large cloves of garlic, and I'm just simmering away on a very low temperature right now because I want the flavor. I don't want to burn, I don't want to caramelize this time, I just want the flavor. Now this garlic I bought was from Gabriola Island, and it's organic garlic, and it is absolutely delicious. So if you can ever get your hold of your local garlic, it's a really good choice. So what I'm putting in today, the stew, is I've already got my carrots peeled. I'm going to put carrots in, and 1 yam that is sitting out, and the poor thing is all alone, so I'm going to add yams. So carrots and yams. I've got cauliflower left over from last night's veggie dish, which I want to use up. And I've already peeled my potatoes, and I peeled these potatoes because they're kind of green, and I just don't like that green thing going on. So this is going to add to the stew, which is going to be absolutely delicious. So while this is sauteing away, I'm going to just chop up my vegetables, and because it's a stew, you want larger chunks. You don't want them really small because they'll just disappear. So I'll put this over here. So my carrots, I'm going to just chunk right up. I've got my bowl for my stock and my garbage. So big chunks, so about that size. Does that work? That works for me. And the carrots and the yams are really going to add to the flavor. Now my only flavoring in this stew is going to be my garlic, which I've already put in. I did put a little bit of salt and pepper, mostly pepper on the chicken, and then it's going to be the curry. So to the onions in the pan, I want to add my carrots. I'm just going to saute those in the butter and the oil. I'm going to put in my yams as well. So I'll just finish with my carrots here. So my plan is that this is going to go into the oven for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours on kind of a medium heat. And then it's going to come out and it's going to be all ready. So this is kind of one of those one-pot wonders. The potatoes I'm going to simply add to the chicken. So I'm going to turn my heat up now. I just continue to saute the garlic with the carrots and the onions, the garlic, and the yams. It just adds a little bit more flavor. I have 1 more carrot here. Now, what I've done is I've done this all ahead of time. I peeled my carrots a while ago. I peeled my potatoes a while ago, and here they're sitting in a bowl of water waiting for me. And I love this, being able to prep ahead of time so that when it's time to get this dish in the oven, then all I have to do is throw it together. So as I said, I'm going to do big chunks, and then I want to do this, saute this just quickly because I want to show you what I'm going to do with the pan. So all my potatoes, I'm going to chunk them up quite large. They're a little bit larger than the carrot, but the trick is they do reduce in the stew. So I'm going to throw all of my potatoes into my chicken. Okay, this is coming along nicely. My cauliflower, now this is a lot of cauliflower. I've got about 1 whole head, maybe 1.5 heads. It might be a little bit too much, but I'm going to add a little bit now with my, let's say a small head of cauliflower to the mix. There you go. This is great. Good, smelling delicious. And when I did my onions earlier, I chopped them up and then I was waiting till it was later on in the afternoon, and I just sauteed them in the oil, as I said, a little bit slower, not really, really fast, because I wanted to extract all of the flavors. Now, to this pan, I am going to add my coconut milk, and I'm going to add my wine, and I'm going to deglaze the pan. So I'm going to turn this stove up a little bit higher than I had it before. A straight carrot in there, and I'm going to deglaze with wine. And then I'm going to add, so here's my wine. Oh, smelling beautifully. It's really nice, very nice. The whole pan now is sizzling with the white wine. Now at this point, if you wanted a real thick sauce, at this point I could add some flour to the sauce right now, to this. And I'll show you what I use. I use something called blending flour. And this is simply, it's just flour that blends really, really easily. It's very fine flour. I've got it in a different container here. So I'm going to add about 1/8 of a cup of flour here. I can do that right now, and it's blending flour, so it's going to mix right in. It's going to be gorgeous. Stir that around, melding all the flavors together. Now I'm going to add my coconut milk. Oh, I forgot my curry. How could I have forgotten my curry? This is a curry dish. I can't believe it. So now, before I put my coconut milk in, 2 tablespoons of curry. Right in now. This is delicious curry. So stir that up. So you do want that to cook a little bit before you add your coconut milk. Oh, the aroma. It's absolutely delicious. So here we go. Now it's nice and thick. I'm going to add just a drop more wine to this. Deglaze that. I've still got my heat on high. It's bubbling away. Now, if you're a real curry fan, I would easily add another tablespoon of curry. I'm going to stop with the 2, and if I feel I need some more later, I can use some more later. But the trick with curry is to cook it first before you just add it to the whole pot. And it just, it enhances the flavor. It helps you to extract all those beautiful flavors. Okay, so now I've got my carrots, my yams, my onions, my garlic in the pot, sauteed those. I've added my curry powder, from the best curry in the world apparently. And now I'm just going to, after I've deglazed with my wine, I'm going to add my coconut milk now. And that is the creme de la creme. And I am using milk, not cream, because I find that it's just fine. It makes the dish excellent. You don't have to use the coconut cream and coconut milk. Oh, the smell. So I'm just going to let this cook away, and then I'm going to turn my oven on now to 350. And as my colleagues say, put the rack in the middle position. Because this is a large casserole dish. So I'm going to put everything in a large casserole dish in the oven. And as I said, it's going to cook for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours, maybe even 2 hours. And it's just going to bubble away. This is going to be absolutely delicious. So here we have, look at the pot here. I just want to give you a close-up of the pot. That's your curry powder with your coconut milk, your deglaze with the wine, and the carrots and the yams, and I'm going to add it all to my casserole dish, and in the oven goes, and I'm going to just let it do its magic all afternoon. Now, the thing that I'm going to serve this with, I'm going to make some dumplings a little bit later on and just add them, open up the dish, and then I think I can even serve it with some roti here. I've got some lovely whole wheat roti, which I'm just going to heat up in the oven, put tin foil around it, heat it up in the oven, and people can dip the whole wheat roti into the beautiful curried stew. So for Sunday night dinner, or any night of the week, it doesn't matter, I've got my baked chicken curry stew with roti and dumplings, and I hope you've enjoyed this. And I'll talk to you later. Have a good night. This is looking good. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.